Welcome to Life Moments Podcast, where every episode is a step toward living your best life. Today's episode is called Don't Settle for Leftover Love, Protecting Yourself from Toxic Relationships. Before we dive into this important and heartfelt conversation, I want to remind you that if you find value in our podcast, please subscribe to our channel, like this episode, and share it with your friends. Your support helps us reach more people and create a positive impact together. Let's begin with a simple truth. You deserve to be loved fully, not just in fragments or as an afterthought. Too many people settle for leftover love, the kind that feels like it's given out of obligation, convenience, or because someone has nothing better to do. But love should be intentional, wholehearted, and nourishing. It should lift you up, not weigh you down. If you've ever felt like you're only getting someone's leftovers, the scraps of their time, attention, or affection, this episode is for you. We live in a world where relationships are a huge part of our happiness and well-being. They shape our sense of self, our confidence, and even our dreams. But not all relationships are created equal. Some are built on mutual respect, trust, and genuine care, while others are rooted in control, manipulation, and emotional neglect. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference, especially when you're in the middle of it. Love can be blinding, and hope can make us hold on longer than we should. But the pain of settling for less than you deserve can linger for years, affecting your self-esteem and your ability to trust again. Maybe you found yourself making excuses for someone's bad behavior, telling yourself that things will get better or that you're just being too sensitive. Maybe you've stayed in a relationship because you're afraid of being alone or because you think this is the best you can get. Maybe you've convinced yourself that if you just try harder, love harder, or give more, things will change. But deep down, you know something isn't right. You know you're not truly happy, and you feel a quiet ache that never really goes away. It's time to listen to that ache. It's time to honor your feelings and recognize that you are worthy of more. You are worthy of love that feels safe, kind, and consistent. You are worthy of a partner who sees you, values you, and chooses you every single day, not just when it's convenient for them. You don't have to settle for leftover love, and you certainly don't have to accept toxic relationships as your reality. So, what does leftover love look like? It's the partner who only calls when they need something, but disappears when you need support. It's the friend who takes and takes but rarely gives. It's the family member who makes you feel small, guilty, or unworthy. It's any relationship where you feel like you're always on the outside looking in, hoping for a seat at the table but never quite feeling at home. Toxic relationships can take many forms. Sometimes they're loud and obvious, filled with arguments, insults, or even abuse. Other times they're quiet and subtle, marked by indifference, passive-aggressive comments, or a constant sense of walking on eggshells. Toxicity doesn't always mean shouting or name-calling. Sometimes it's the silent withdrawal of love, the cold shoulder, or the manipulation that makes you doubt your own worth. One of the hardest parts about toxic relationships is that they often start out beautiful. The person may shower you with attention, make you feel special, and promise you the world. But over time, the mask slips. The compliments turn into criticisms, the affection becomes conditional, and the love you once felt starts to feel like a trap. You might find yourself longing for the early days, hoping that the person you fell in love with will come back. But the truth is, real love doesn't vanish when things get tough. Real love doesn't make you feel small, scared, or insignificant. So, how do you protect yourself from toxic relationships? The first step is awareness. You have to be honest with yourself about what you're experiencing. Are you constantly anxious, afraid of making mistakes, or worried about upsetting the other person? Do you feel drained after spending time with them, like you have to recover from every interaction? Are you giving more than you're getting, and is your kindness being taken for granted? These are all signs that something isn't right. Next, you need to set boundaries. Boundaries are not walls, they're doors that you control. They're a way of saying, this is what I will accept, and this is what I won't. Healthy boundaries protect your energy, your time, and your heart. They allow you to show up authentically without fear of being used or mistreated. Setting boundaries can be scary, especially if you're used to putting others first. But remember, you teach people how to treat you by what you allow, what you stop, and what you reinforce. Sometimes setting boundaries means having tough conversations. It means saying no, even when you're afraid of disappointing someone. It means asking for what you need, even if your voice shakes. It means walking away from relationships that hurt more than they heal. You might lose people along the way, but you'll find yourself, and that's worth everything. Self-care is another essential part of protecting yourself from toxic love. Self-care isn't just about bubble baths or spa days. It's about honoring your needs, listening to your body, and giving yourself permission to rest. It's about surrounding yourself with people who lift you up, who celebrate your wins and support you through your losses. It's about investing in your growth, learning new things, and pursuing your passions. When you love yourself deeply, you become less likely to accept anything less from others. Healing from toxic relationships takes time. You might feel angry, sad, or even guilty for leaving. You might question your decisions or wonder if you could have done more. But healing is not about blaming yourself. It's about reclaiming your power. It's about understanding that you are not responsible for someone else's actions or happiness. You can only control your choices, your boundaries, and your response. If you're struggling to let go of a toxic relationship, know that you're not alone. So many people have walked this path before you, and there is hope on the other side. Reach out for support, whether it's from friends, family, or a therapist. Talk about your feelings, write them down, or express them through art or music. Give yourself grace as you heal, and remember that every step forward is a victory. One of the most powerful things you can do is rewrite your story. Instead of seeing yourself as a victim, see yourself as a survivor, a person who chose themselves, who had the courage to walk away from what wasn't serving them. Your past does not define you. Your worth is not determined by how others treat you. You are enough just as you are. Let's talk about the importance of self-worth. When you know your value, you stop settling for less. You stop chasing people who don't appreciate you, and you start attracting those who do. Self-worth is built through small daily acts of kindness toward yourself. It's saying no to things that drain you and yes to things that inspire you. It's forgiving yourself for past mistakes and believing that you deserve happiness. Sometimes we accept leftover love because we're afraid of being alone. But solitude is not the enemy. It's an opportunity to reconnect with yourself, to rediscover your passions, and to build a life that feels good from the inside out. When you're comfortable in your own company, you become less likely to tolerate relationships that make you feel lonely, even when you're together. Remember, love should feel like a safe place, not a battlefield. It should bring out the best in you, not the worst. If you find yourself constantly defending your worth, begging for attention, or apologizing for your needs, it's time to reevaluate the relationship. You deserve to be with someone who chooses you, who shows up for you, and who loves you without conditions. Let's also address the role of forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about excusing bad behavior or pretending it didn't hurt. It's about freeing yourself from the grip of resentment and anger. It's about choosing peace over bitterness. Forgive for your own sake so you can move forward without carrying the weight of the past. If you're listening to this and thinking, but what if I never find real love? Know that real love starts with you. The most important relationship you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. Treat yourself with the same kindness, patience, and respect you'd offer to someone you love. Celebrate your strengths, nurture your dreams, and be gentle with your flaws. When you love yourself fully, you set the standard for how others should love you. Toxic relationships can leave scars, but they can also teach us valuable lessons. They show us what we don't want, so we can be clear about what we do want. They remind us of our resilience, our capacity to heal, and our ability to start over. Every ending is a new beginning, and you have the power to write the next chapter of your life. If you're supporting someone in a toxic relationship, be patient and compassionate. It's not always easy to leave, and everyone's journey is different. Offer a listening ear, gentle encouragement, and unconditional support. Remind them of their worth, and let them know they're not alone. As we wrap up today's episode, I want you to remember this. You are not defined by your relationships. You are not defined by your past. You are worthy of love that is deep, true, and lasting. Don't settle for leftover love. Protect your heart, honor your needs, and choose relationships that bring out the best in you. Thank you for joining me on the Life Moments podcast. If this episode resonated with you, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. Together, we can create a community where everyone feels seen, valued, and loved. Until next time, take care of yourself and remember, you are enough.